Good evening. My name is Linda A. Nichols. I am the chair on the Gloucester Community Resource and Wastewater Advisory Commission in Gloucester, Rhode Island. Let me tell you a little bit of what we're about. The purpose of the Resource Commission is to utilize many resources, both human and natural, help reduce the property taxes by utilizing the power of the sun, wind, water to generate electricity which is transmitted back to the grid. The commission is to create a public body whose primary responsibility is to assist the town with implementation and management of green energy resources and to advise the town council and our other town boards and commissions on how the town can better utilize the natural, physical, and human resources within the town with the purpose of offsetting the burden of taxation. I also am a former resident of Burrillville. I was born and raised here in Burrillville. I oppose this power plant that you want to build here. This is a disaster waiting to happen. With all the devastations that we already have going on in this world, have you been reading the news? The tornadoes, hurricanes, high sea levels, warm temperatures, droughts. As the earth warms, it will lead to increase, and we've all been hearing this, pollution, allergens, which will worsen asthma and other respiratory diseases. The climate change has been here. It's been here for years. This is what I call it's man-made climate change. But I'm going to tell you this. If we keep allowing people like you to come into our towns, we won't have a planet left. I have 5 grandchildren. And some of them live here in the town of Burrillville. I don't want to see my grandchildren have to clean up your big messes, these corporation messes. It is our job to protect the earth, not to destroy it. Yes. That by teaching our future generations to be self-sufficient, less dependent on fossil fuels, and teaching them the importance of our environment and natural resources around us, and to protect the land and the waters that define our communities. Rich our quality of life that we need to bring the earth back to the natural resources. Now, just in the town of Gloucester, we have more than 50 dams. There are more than 670 dams in the state of Rhode Island that can be powered by water turbines called hydropower, which were used during the Industrial Revolution that our forefathers have used centuries ago, when mills were operated by water power, the most natural resources. Now we have solar, which has been around for a while. It is more advanced in the technology and can be added benefit to reduce property taxes, can be placed on rooftops, roofs of schools, and town facilities. We want clean energy, not destructive energy. Greed and corporate power dominate the public good and impose nearsighted focus on short-term profits instead of serving our long-term needs and the welfare of the future generations. It seems to me that today leadership only listens to leadership instead of the people they serve. When our elected officials turn their backs on the voice of the people and you give the sitting board the power to make the final decision, I'll tell you what, that's what she's going to do? Put me on there. You tell Gina Romano that I am, with all the alternate energy, I've been doing this for years, I will make the right decision, what's right for these people. What right do you have to come in here and disrupt their lives? Now, as my understanding, as I said, when you be appointed by the board, I'll come right on there and I'll make that decision. Somebody's got to do the right thing.
They will.
Exactly. And I am with the alternate energy, and that is going to put you out of business, and that's what National Grid and you are worried about.
That's right.
That we're going to put you out of business. And I'm going to tell you something. As mark my word today, I've been doing this in the town of Gloucester for 7 years, the alternate energy, and I'm a volunteer. I don't get paid a dime to do this. I even went to Washington, D.C., drove 7.5 miles on a $500 measly budget to go to Washington, and I stood in front of the head officials to tell them how important it was that if we don't change now, we are going to have this planet. And to do something like that, I don't get paid a dime, but I'm going to tell you, I'm going to run for office. When I do it, you will see this face again. Yep. Be fearless and stand up for Americans for America. And stop letting people like them in the power plant stand up at times and come up with better solutions. Instead of offering this to Burville. Did you ever hear this old saying? Get out of Dodge? Well, get out of Burville. Get out. We don't need you. We don't need you to come here. And that's what I have to say. Thank you.